Hey guys, Flaring Pain here. We're heading into round one in our draft C of, we've got a pirate stack here. We got blue-black pirates in our Ixalan draft. That's not going to be enough land there. We're going to have to mulligan this one. Too bad. Man, this is not a good hand either. We're going to have to throw that one back as well. Alright, let's see what we get here. This is probably going to be a short game one. I guess we're going to keep this and see what we get here. It's pretty bad though. Alright, we're going to have to keep that on top. We're going to sacrifice not having a 2-drop. I think we might want to just concede. We'll see. We'll see what they do here early. We may concede this game early so that we don't reveal too much information. Okay, he's got a little 1/1 guy. We're going to throw down a land, and we'll see if he decides to back that up with a solid merfolk. And an island. Yeah. Is it an island or a merfolk? The card's pretty powerful. Whenever you draw it on the one, at least. Alright, we got to our blue mana here. Maybe we won't be dead here. Unless this gets countered, that'd be pretty lame. Alright, so we're not too far behind here. And since we can attack and then trigger the raid on these guys, we should be in not the worst shape. Uh-oh, that's scary. So here, this is actually something that they might not be able to race if they don't have a way to block flyers or a bounce spell. So we're going to go ahead and try to just go crazy on them here. Them having that deep root waters is actually pretty scary for us, so we need to go ahead and start smashing them and make sure we get a bunch of life off of this if we can. If they got a bounce spell, we're just going to lose, but we were already pretty far behind at the start of this thing. You know, what you got to expect is this is what they're going to be doing for the next couple turns. Casting creatures several times in a row until they can, you know, put a few things on the board and fill the board with those merfolks. Now, making our guy be stuck is going to sting pretty badly. That's probably going to change whether or not we were able to win or lose the game here. I think we could have beat them if they didn't do that just now. We got a shot still, but it's going to be tough. We need to be actually connecting with that. They're going to have a lot of guys really soon here. All right, we're going to need to explore. I think we want to hit a land here. Sorry, a non-land here. Yeah, this is a non-land. And do we want to keep this guy? Oh, I think we don't. Got Menace. He might be a 3/3. Yeah, what the heck. He's a creature we can cast that can block. So I think we will. Let's just put it back on top. Interestingly, the pirates have a little bit of synergy where you could explore to put things in the graveyard intentionally, and then you could use the get 2 cards from the graveyard with the pirate thing back. If you wanted to play 2 of those in your deck, you could kind of aggressively throw your creatures away whenever it was close. Oh man, that's just crazy. At least as long as there's no +1/+1s on his guys. But I imagine he's going to start swinging really soon. Oh wow, he didn't swing that time. I would have swung with all my merfolk right there, I think. I just get to kill one. He would get to deal me a lot of damage. Okay, so we're going to attack, I think, with just the 4/4. Let's think about it. It's going to take 4 turns with this, and it's going to take 3 turns if I swing with both. So I think we're just going to swing with only the 4/4. Alright, and then we're going to cast Direfleet Interloper. Since we can't cast both of the other guys, it just feels good to just cast this guy instead. I think we're going to leave that on top. Okay, so we've got 2 creatures to block with here. And he may not attack again, or he may just start to go ham and go with all his guys at us. Hopefully he cannot deal with that blood letter that we put in the air there. Interesting. He seems to be pretty quelled by the blood letter. Now here we could swing with both if we wanted, because if we... Well, actually you really don't want to because we can't cast both of our guys. So I think we're just going to swing with just the blood letter again. We are getting up pretty high in the life total here. Yeah, so since he didn't do anything, we should have attacked with both, but there's no way to know if he's really going to do something ahead of time, and before we know, it's really kind of lame to just swing with both. We're going to make him discard that last card he's holding. Just another big merfolk guy. Okay. He waited way too long to start attacking us, I think. What is this? Just putting a +1/+1 counter on that guy so he can't be blocked. Swinging in for 2. Alright, this is not a great situation for our opponent pitch with the drastically overused Birds of Paradise avatar. So, this is basically a concession. It feels like. We're just going to swing with this guy again because the lookout does not make us kill him a turn faster, I don't think. So we're just going to do that. So the bloodletter worked out really nicely for us. We're going to go ahead and loot with one of these looters. He's got a lot of mana. I think we're going to pitch our Lookout's Dispersal. We could have held that so that he wouldn't know that we had that if we wanted, but that's I mean, I think that's the worst card in our hand in this situation, so I think it's better to just play straight and just discard the card we want to discard. But at this stage, it does look like we're going to win the game. I think he has just no outs now since he can't. Yeah, he may just concede. So this flyer with the mark was a really good matchup here. Has a really good matchup against this bunch of merfolk deck. It didn't seem like he had a lot of ways to put counters on guys, but you know, he may just not have drawn them. He may have drawn poorly. He does have a lot of merfolk, so when you think about what we might want to do, if we want to put in anything specifically to combat that, I think one of the things that can help in that situation is multiple copies of March of the Drowned. I think we're going to pull out a copy of the Prying Blade. I think that should help against the merfolk. If we get into a kind of a war of attrition with them, we'll be able to get more guys back than they can. Aside from that, I don't think there's a lot of changes we necessarily want to make. We could play the Desperate Castaways, but I don't really like him just to always be on defense like that. I'm not that excited about that situation. We're playing the 1 Siren's Roots. I'd like to play more, but I think we got to just play more creatures. We were already playing several non-creature spells. We got 8 non-creature spells because we got all these marks. So I think that's going to be good. We're going to go ahead and try this again. Run this back. That was turn 8, turn 9, something like that. Alright, we mulled down really deep that time, actually, remember? And we were still able to get there. I think we're going to keep this hand. We've got a 1-drop. We got the Deadeye for eventually. This isn't the worst. He's going to start with that 1-1 again. And we're going to start with a Swamp so we can play our Skittering Heartstopper. Alright, so I think we're in decent shape here to represent... Actually, I guess we can just leave him back. And then he won't be able to really swing in reasonably. We can use Skullduggery if we want. We have still Skullduggery and still use Death Touch as well. Or we could just use Death Touch on this guy. That seems pretty reasonable. So I guess we could keep our dude. I think that's probably worth it here, actually. Alright. So that worked out reasonably well, and then we can swing with that next turn. We can play our Deadeye Tormentor and make him pitch a card, which is probably going to be a Merfolk. So which will actually get a couple things away from him a little bit as long as he's not holding extra cards. He's probably not holding cards that he's happy to discard really at this stage, because even a land from him is pretty good since it's going to help him. It's going to stop him from being able to cast as many guys. Oh man, Crushing Canopy. What the heck? I guess he put that in because he lost to our flyer in game 1. That was probably an overreaction, I would think. Okay. I feel like we're in pretty good shape here. Feels like we have the advantage in this board state. I don't think we're going to actually, we can swing with the Skittering Heartstopper here. Well, we may not want to actually. He's going to trade for the little baby merfolk guy. Yeah, we don't have to swing here. We can just wait. We'll just go ahead and cast this guy. Let's see a... Oh, that was quick. It just knew it was a swamp, put it right in the hand. Because since I've got the F8 hit, or the 8 button, it goes past anything where I don't have decisions, so I don't have a decision there, so it throws that back. Alright, I guess we're going to block here. If you got a pump spell, show me it, that's fine. Alright, so we can't target his guys. We already really couldn't target his guys. Okay, so just don't target his merfolk, he said. And we will listen to that. We don't have to really worry about that. We weren't really going to try to target his merfolk very much anyways. We could swing with the menace guy if we want. Wouldn't be crazy amazing. I think it's fine. Let's swing with the menace guy. I think I like it better than swing with the Heartstopper. We can always flicker him if we decide we don't like what happened. I think trading for these guys is not that bad here. So I think I'm just going to do that. Alright, so then we're going to cast our little guy right here. He's going to be a 2/3 flyer, and then we can cast this other guy who's going to make him lose life, another flyer. So we got him in the nice flyer stranglehold again here. We've got 3 marks in our deck of those 27 cards, so we got a 1 in 9 chance of drawing those each turn. Compounded over a few turns, we should have a decent shot at getting a hold of one of those. We've got enough mana to cast it already. March of the Drowned is not too bad here, as we've got multiple pirates in the graveyard. So that's pretty sweet. So I think that might actually be a thing here. He's got 2 cards in hand. We could always activate this guy to trade. I think that sounds good. I think we're going to swing out here. Tempest Caller's stuck in the hand a little bit here, but if we draw an island later, we may be able to just swing through for the win at that stage, so that's kind of nice. Alright, we're going to go ahead and cast our March of the Drowned. Choose each of those pirate cards there. Put them back in the hand. And we're going to go ahead and cast the Interloper, I think, since he costs more mana. There's an argument to cast the Tormentor, just because, you know, making him discard a card now, and since he knows we're going to make him discard a card in a little bit, that's, you know, maybe something that we want to do. But the reason to cast the Interloper here is, instead of the Tormentor, is that we can spend all of our mana. And often in Magic, you're going to just want to be able to spend as much of your mana each turn as you can. Especially in Limited. He appears to be having kind of a rough time of it here. I feel like we're going to get him this game. So we're going to go ahead and swing in, I think, with all our creatures here. We don't have to swing with the 2/2 menace if we don't want, but I think it's actually worth it. Even just trading 1 for 1 with his 2/2 wouldn't be that bad. Oh, he's got the Snapping Sailback. Let's see what he does with this, because this is going to be interesting. We don't have to put any damage on that if we don't want to. Okay. Alright, so this is a fine order because we're not going to kill them anyways. I think we'll go ahead and flicker our guy. I don't think there's anything against doing that, really. We'll go ahead and throw our guy out of play and bring him back in. We'll get to draw a card. and then he'll come back and we'll get a chance to explore again. We got an island to the hand for that. It's not so bad. Let's smash him in the air with all that damage. Let's go ahead and throw down another land. We can make him discard his only card. Yeah, this is quite an engine here. These pirates are pretty fun. This is the first time I've had a chance to play with the pirate deck, and it's pretty impressive to say the least. I'm going to go ahead and loot as well. We could have not played that last land so that we have more cards to loot with, but I kind of like the idea of just getting things out of there. We can throw that swamp away. That's fine. Alright, we're looking pretty good here. I think it'd be pretty tough for him to come back from this board state. Yeah, and there's a concession from him. Alright, well that was a pretty good match. Our deck performed really well. It looked really nice. I think that Pitch had a little bit of rough draws there, but he did start nicely in both games. And we mulliganed to 5 in the first one, so overall pretty nice success.